Questions for our student athletes? We'll start with Paul. Ronald Smith.
This is Ronald E. Smith. Just for you both, just a tremendous season for you and your team has been through. So just to take back the moment of what you guys have been through, to sum it up, how will you look back at this whole year after everything that happened last year when there was no season?
Start with Raina, please.
I'm so grateful to be here. Sorry. I'm just grateful to be here with my team.
Malia?
Yeah, I'm so incredibly proud of what we've done. We've faced so much adversity in this last year, and we came out with the goal of getting Coach back to the World Series, and that's what we did. And so I'm incredibly proud of us, and I love these girls so much, and I'm just thankful.
Brian?
So Raina, can you take me through that double that you had that tied the game, and what that says about your senior class? That they had that home run, you guys fell down, and you rallied right back and responded.
Yeah, I knew we could pick up our pitcher, and we wouldn't go down without a fight. And I think that just describes our senior class. We like to be the bulk of this team, and I think we just knew we weren't going to go down without a fight, and we're going to do everything that we could.
Paul, we'll try that again.
Congratulations once again on great careers. And two quick questions. Number one, please, just talk about as a whole the impact Coach Candrea has had on your career. And secondly, have you guys heard much speculation? And if Coach Candrea does end up retiring, what will it mean for you to have been able to play on his last team?
Start with Malia, please.
I feel like I'm forever indebted to Coach because he really has had such an impact on my life and has really built me into the person I am, both on and off the field. He's always there for me, and I just love that man so much, and I owe him everything. And I'm just grateful for the opportunity to be able to play for him. And so I don't know.
Raina?
Yeah, I'm just so grateful to play for him, that he gave me the opportunity, and yeah, he's like a second dad to most of our team and all of our team. He's like father figure to all of us, so we're just so grateful because we know he'll be here throughout the rest of our lives. We can be able to count on him, and we're just so grateful to be able to have him as such a big part of our lives.
PJ Brown?
What did it feel like for both of you to have that contingent of your sisters who have played before you and some with you, like Kati, and they were there and they were with you every step of the way, every pitch, cheering you on?
Start with Raina, please.
Yeah, it made me so happy because they are some of my best friends. And it just got me so excited to see them there because I know that they're really rooting for us. And I really thought about my freshman year when I played with Kati, and I thought, oh, this game's for her. Like, we're doing this for her and for that whole senior class and for all the people that we played with before because we really are a sisterhood here.
Malia?
Yeah, it just shows the family culture that we have at Arizona and how, like, even after you're done and you're an alum, you always come back and you root for the team and you root for Coach, and it just shows how special this program is. So it definitely is a family.
Malia, take us through the home run. That was a big swing early in the game. Put your team ahead, and it looked like it was going to stand up throughout the game. But what was that moment like for you?
It was really cool. I mean, I just always the mindset for all of us is pass the bat. So I went up there. I wanted to square something up and just get on base. So then Peanut behind me can make something happen. And so it was a cool feeling. It's definitely a memory I'll always have.
Yeah, was that a pitch you were looking for? Because you absolutely crushed that ball.
I was just thinking, first good pitch I see, I'm just going to go for it. So, yeah.
Worked out. Any other questions for our student athletes? All right, ladies, that's it. Thank you so much, Raina and Malia. Congratulations. We appreciate your time and everything you've done for softball. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now joined by head coach Mike D'Andrea. Questions for coach. We'll begin with Sean Fagan.
So, Coach, obviously a tough loss today, but after everything that's happened, if you could just speak to how proud you are, not only of this senior class, which you consider them as a golden standard, but just of your team as a whole, just to how they fought and how they performed throughout the whole year.
Yeah, today's tough, and it always is when you get here and you fall short of your goals, but there's so much for this group to be thankful for, and a lot of it is just their body of work, just getting through this season and protecting the bubble and doing all the little things just to play the game that they love to play. And I'm just very, very proud of them, and proud of them as people. This is a good group of young ladies that have made me proud by the way they represent our program and our university, and I couldn't be prouder of them. And it hurts right now, and it's unfortunately when you get to the World Series, there's a fine line to winning ball games, and we had some opportunities today, we just couldn't finish it. And tip my hat off to Florida State for the job they did, and I think each one of these young ladies will learn from this experience as they move forward. It's not life-threatening. No one died today, but it feels life-threatening when you're going through it. But at the end of the day, I was just proud of the job they did to get us here. And I'll go back to the Super Regional in Arkansas. I think that was one of my highlights, the way they played the game on the road in a tough environment. And we just got here, and we fell short.
Ronald Smith.
This is Ronald E. Smith. Coach, we heard from your seniors saying that they look at you as a father figure and they admire you and love you so much. What does it mean for you to hearing that from not just them, but previous players who have nothing but the admiration for you?
Well, it's it's a blessing. I mean, not often you get to do something that you love to do and then surround yourself with people that you never want to see leave. Every athlete that I've ever been a part of at Arizona, it's a lifelong relationship, and as a coach, that's what you hope. I hope that I treat them well. I hope I treat them like my daughter, and I hope that I can continue to be a part of their life, because it is all about, when you spend this much time together, it's awfully hard not to be that way. And so, like I told the kids, the one thing that I've realized in my career, it's you're really only the gatekeeper at the end of the day. And I just hope that this program is stable, and I've tried to do the right things the right way. And I hope that it has an impact and influence on the kids that I coach, because I think the one thing that I take very seriously is being a mentor and being a role model. And I always tell them everything that I do, I always think about how it's going to affect them for all these years. So I'm honored and blessed that I've been able to coach so many great young women.
Coach, let's say, you fall behind 3-2,
Yeah.
a dramatic 3-run homer, which is just a kick to the
was a tough
stomach,
one.
and your kids just rebounded immediately. How proud were you, and what does that say about your team?
Yeah, I'm very proud. I mean, I like I told them, I can look each one of them in the mirror and love what I see. I've asked them to do two things this year, and that's to compete and to have fun, and I think they've done that. They've been fun to be around, great teammates, great team chemistry. You look forward to coming to practice every day because of the type of people they are. It's tough because things, we have to stay away from the crooked number, and it wasn't the home run that got me as much as it is the two walks before that. And when you get to this level, you just you can't afford to give people unforced bases. And I feel bad for Mariah, but Mariah has been through so much and has done such a wonderful job. You can't get mad at that. I mean, those kids, to go out there and compete and put on that uniform is not easy. And I think a lot of people in social media and a lot of people in the stands can probably look at the game and go, God, why aren't they hitting? Well, I don't think many of them have been in the batter's box when someone's throwing 70 miles an hour and the ball's moving. So I admire these kids for what they do. I think they're tremendous athletes, powerful young ladies. They will all be successful in life because of their foundation that they've gotten from playing this game. And they've made our program better. And to me, I think that's the one thing that I've always wanted to do is try to make the program better every year. And I think this group definitely took a step in the right direction.
Graham Hayes.
Mike, I know you're aware there's a lot of talk out there. Will you be the Arizona softball coach next year, and what will go into that decision, or what has gone into that decision?
Yeah, Graham, I usually at the end of every year, once you get to my age, you kind of evaluate life and things, and the only thing I can tell you is when that day comes, I will do it on my own terms and make that decision. But right now, I'm not in any position. Right now, I feel bad for these kids, and we've just busted our butts to try to keep playing, and so I will let it all absorb and go from there.
PJ Brown.
Hi, Coach. What did it mean to you today to have so many of your former players sitting behind the dugout, not even just sitting, but standing the entire game, every pitch, cheering you on?
Well, I can't express it in words. It's it means a lot. It means a lot to these kids that are playing, and it means a lot to me. The one thing that I can tell you right now is I'm very, very proud of the tradition that has been built at Arizona. And the one thing I've always wanted to do is make it a family. I try to treat it like a family. And when I see all of them, that's our family. And I kind of look at that as, they're here because they want to help this group. And many of them that are in the stands have had this experience. And, many of them walked out of here with a great feeling and a national championship, and some haven't. But on the other hand, I think one of my proudest moments at Arizona is our alumni, is being in touch with each and every one of them as much as I can. And the only thing that I can tell you that I try to do every day is I've got in my planner, I've got a list of birthdays, and I try not to miss a birthday of any kid that's played for me. And I take that very seriously. And so I hope that connection is what kind of allows moments like this to happen. But they're very proud of their time at Arizona, I hope, and feel that they do. And I think it just makes a huge impact with the kids today, because many of those kids are the kids that they looked up to when they started playing the game. They were the role models. And so when they're sitting in the stands cheering for you, it's pretty uplifting.
Ron Fagan.
So, Coach, how honoring is it to know that so many hold you at such a high level, to not only just in college softball, but just all over the world, knowing that you've made such an impact in so many people's lives that many of you even haven't met?
Yeah. Well, I'm honored. I mean, it's when I took the job, I mean, I got talked into going into women's softball. I mean, my career path was baseball, and so I got to thank George Young for talking me into doing it, because I fell in love with it. And And so the one thing that I've always wanted to do when I got into the sport was to help grow the sport and help pass along information. And I think, to me, that's part of the job. You know, as that gatekeeper of the sport, your job is to mentor other coaches, and whether they're travel ball coaches or whether they're college coaches or whether they're parents that want a little piece of information or advice. And I've taken that very seriously. I've been very blessed to be a part of, USA Softball and being able to use that platform to reach out to people. And I was probably one of the first that thought it was kind of cool to do a video. And I look at those now, and there's a lot of bad information in them, but they were fun to do at the time. You thought it was the best that you had. And I think today is the big reason why these kids are so good is because of the power of information that's out there. You know, there's a lot of good information, and many of these kids are growing up getting good information and developing their skills the right way. And I think that's what's helped our game grow. So I think if you ask anyone that has ever emailed me or called me, that I will always make sure that I take the time to talk to them, no matter who they are. Some of the people I don't even know, but if they want my opinion on something, I will give it to them. And so I've tried to be, people always ask about my philosophy, and the one thing I wanted to be is a consistent person, no matter what, no matter where, win, lose, or draw. I wanted to be competent. I've always been a student of the game. I love the bat and ball game, and when I was playing baseball, I was probably good because of my hard work and my knowledge of the game and my thirst of knowledge. And then when I got into coaching, I surrounded myself as much as I can with people that I could learn from. And so I've always had an open mind. And I think the third thing is I always cared about people, and caring to me is pretty important. I want every kid to have a great experience. It's going to get awfully tough as we look forward into college athletics, and some things that scare me right now. I mean, the transfer portal can be a real blow up, and so I've got a strong commitment to the University of Arizona. That's why I've been there for so long, and I would hope when someone signs a letter of intent that they have that same strong commitment. But unfortunately, sometimes it's easy to get out of commitments today, and I just hope it doesn't ruin our game, because it looks a little bit like free agency to me.
All right, last one for Coach Andrea Adelson.
Coach, since it feels like we've gone down memory lane a little bit with so many of your former players being here, your 94 team is regarded as among the best, if not the best of all time. What is it about that group that has stood the test of time, do you feel like?
God, I go back and my memory is not that good, Someone always asks, why don't you write a book? I go, I can't remember 90% of what I've done. Kind of live in the moment and forget about the past and don't worry about the future. But that 94 team was very talented. I mean, 1 through 9, very good athletes that loved to play the game, that they had great chemistry. We had very good pitching, played good defense, and we hit. And the thing is when you get to Oklahoma City, sometimes you never know how that's going to be. And that team caught on fire here and hit the hell of the ball, if I recall. But every team that I have, win, lose, or draw, I mean, there's always something you can draw from them, and they're all special because of the people. I look at Hillenbrand Stadium, and I look on the wall, and there's been 105 All-Americans. So if I'm an outsider walking in there, I'm thinking, well, shit, he should be able to coach if he's got 105 All-Americans. So that's where it starts. The athletes, it's what it's all about. They do the job, and they're between the lines. And I've been blessed to be able to be around some really tremendous athletes and some great performances.
Coach Andrea, thank you so much. I just want to take a moment to say, whatever you decide, it's been an honor. Thank you for everything you've done for the University of Arizona, for USA Softball, and the game of softball in general.
Well, thank you very much.
Coach.
Thank you.